So over the course of the next few arrival moments here in your meditation practice today, why not take the deepest breath that you've taken all day, maybe all week, in through the nose, fill up entirely, and then ripple it out through the mouth. Let it go. Let it all go. And take two more just like that, in through the nose and out through the mouth, washing it all away. This one is just for you, no one or nothing else. And when you've come to an end of that breath cycle, just gently sealing off the lips. Let the breath travel in and out of the nostrils now, uninhibited. Start connecting to your breath instantly to find this moment as we arrive together. And then starting to allow the breath to round and soften. Take up a little bit more space now in the physical body. Letting the shoulders soften, the hips soften, the face soften. And today we expand the equanimity within through this ability to welcome all. The good, the bad, the tense, the joy, whatever is here. We just meet it with that smoothness from within. And that goes for thoughts as well. Trying not to judge what thoughts are coming into play, but being able to take a step out of that interaction of the mind and just witness. Observe the thoughts moving, grooving. Observe. That's the practice simply for the next few moments. Breath awareness meshed with thought observation. So know that you can always tune into the breath as your anchor, but you're just waiting to see what thoughts come through. And you're staying with your breath, but you're witnessing. And know that you can choose to stay within the presence of the breath as the thoughts come and go. On average, we have around 6,000 thoughts per day as humans. And that's on a non-stress day. That's just an average day. So just witness, create a little bit of space between and behind those thoughts for the next few moments together. And just like the eye of a storm or a tornado, there's this strong, steadfast, clear, centered aspect. Allow that to be the place where you witness from. Stay within that centered space. And as you become aware of thoughts that come into the foreground, notice if they are present, past, or future correlated. Notice their flavor, their tone, and what they're surrounding. Staying in the eye of the storm as the thoughts swirl and come and go. cultivating a smoothness from within as you witness. So allow the breath to be the eye of the storm, that place where you can return to find your center, to witness what's moving around you. And perhaps you even widen the awareness field now to the sounds in your space, maybe the sounds outside of the space, any sensations in the body, just allowing them all to be here within the experience, witnessing. Beautifully done. From here, we're going to go a little further with this idea of that space of calm and peace that lives between thoughts and experiences, that lives deep within. And we're going to experience it through the breath and the 4-7-8 breathing technique. So the next time you breathe in, just counting up to 4, and then suspend and pause for 7, and then making a whooshing sound, breathing out for 8. Continue in this cycle as your own guide and teacher. In for 4. You suspend for 7. And you exhale for the count of 8 on a whooshing, releasing sound. Explore the space between. Relax the jaw and the shoulders in that space between. And see how this is for you. We'll just do a couple of rounds. Stay with it. And for the last 2 or 3 rounds, with that count of 7 in between, are you able to give yourself permission to rest in the space of awareness? Allowing yourself to simply be without resistance or grasping. Making this the final round of 4-7-8 breath. And then gently returning to an easy, natural, free-flowing breath. In and out through the nose. Notice now that we're on the other side of that breathing technique, how that each breath you notice how much calmer you are, how much more centered you are. And here I'm going to guide you through a short contemplation on our theme of welcoming all and expanding equanimity. So just allowing your awareness to rest once again in the flow of the breath. That's a safe place to be. And as you do that, I'll just bring some questions to mind for you to contemplate. I invite you to cast your mind back to a particular moment or series of moments or an event where you recently felt stressed or annoyed or frustrated, reactive in a negative way. Take yourself back there in the body and notice where in the body it was experienced. Even if it wasn't an outburst physically or vocally, how was it internally? Now I want you to take that moment and visualize it as this tornado or this storm. And then I want you to find your center once again in the eye of the storm, in the center line of that tornado, and witness that event playing out. How would this equanimous, centered version of yourself choose to meet that moment if you could relive it again? And notice how the body responds to that. How does the body feel from this place? Know that that part of you that is so anchored in serenity and equanimity is always there beneath the layers of conditioning, of responsiveness, of stimulus in the external space. It's always there. And may we continue to tap into it and to expand it every single day through techniques such as the breath, such as meditation, mindfulness. And with that, just taking a few deeper breaths here and now. One of the most beautiful things we can do for our nervous system is to just slow down in general. Do things with a little bit more speed. Do things with a little less speed, a little bit more intentionality. Our nervous system can regulate quite quickly when we choose to change the tempo. So with that, starting to listen into the sounds in your environment once again. And very slowly bringing some movements back through the fingers, the toes. And when you're ready, you can start to blink the eyes open.